morning, kids. What time is it?
Hey everybody, Keith here from GeekTime TV with another one of the stories off my little list that I shared with you on the last video. Football season is almost upon us. And in the past, Edson and I have done our shows picking and recapping games. Maybe we'll try it again. Last year got too busy for both of us to do the whole season, so we just scrapped the whole thing. It's all or nothing. It doesn't make sense to do random weeks here and there. We'll see. We got a couple weeks to work it out. So, but I wanted to share this story with you. It's a couple of weeks old now, but I don't see it circulating much around the nerdy channels, if you will, on YouTube. So let's check it out. This comes to us from the Native American Guardians Association, and it's a letter to the Washington Commanders, owners and key leadership. So I'm going to quickly read this here. This is on the X machine or Twix or Twit-Twat or whatever you want to call it. Let me just see if I can move this here so you can sort of follow along, because this is like a still image. All right, it says, congratulations on your successful purchase of the National Football League franchise historically known as the Washington Redskins. I am the president of the Native American Guardians Association, or NAGA, that's with an N, which strives to stop the further cancel culture against the Native American population and erase our steadfast role in the American history, including serving as counselors to the founding fathers in the creation of the U.S. Constitution. Page 2. Let me scroll it back down. So get to the top here. There we go. The Native American Guardians Association has developed a promise to all Americans as a statement of principle and policy. All Americans should not only be able to sign this pledge, but they should be eager to stand up for dignity of every American that is under assault in today's increasingly nonsensical culture wars. I like this. This is a line-in-the-sand pledge that reinforces undeniable history of the Native American assisting in the founding of the United States with Native American principles used by the founding fathers in the United States Constitution, and every American's right to the First and 14th and every amendment to the Constitution, and not be targets of the diversity, equity, and inclusion, DEI, and environmental, social, and governance, ESG, cancel culture environment. This is not a partisan issue. It reaches across the political spectrum, dating back to our founding fathers. The Native American Guardians Association stands up for and is not only fighting back to preserve key elements of American history and the First and 14th Amendment, NAGA is fighting for the civil liberties of every American. Americans see they are losing their rights because of a vicious cancel culture that shows little care for their concerns or civil liberties. It is time to support leaders, brands, and organizations who will stand with every American rather than fighting against them. As you are undoubtedly aware, the Redskins had a long and mutually beneficial relationship with the American Indian community, dating back to their founding in 1932 as the Boston Braves, when their original coach was Native American and former Carlisle Indian star Lone Star Dietz. The team was renamed Redskins in 1933 and successfully carried that moniker for 87 years, during which the team won 5 NFL championships and 3 Super Bowls, 1982, 87, and 1991, which your own organization previously marketed incorrectly as 1983, 1988, and 1992. Now that one I got to defend the organization as much as I hated Dan Snyder and what he did over there. The Super Bowl is played after the new year. So they were probably recognizing when the game was played. So the 1982 season, they won the championship, but the game was played in January of 1983. So you see what I'm saying there. All right, moving on. During that time, it became one of the most well-known and well-loved professional sports teams, except to Dallas Cowboys fans in the world, and was avidly supported across the U.S. by native fan groups such as the 505 Redskins and many others. In 2015, our organization filed an amicus brief on behalf of the Redskins in support of their successful First Amendment case, which overruled a finding by the U.S. Patent Office that the name could not be registered as a trademark because it was derogatory. Our fact-based arguments have won in both state and federal courts. That NBC Sports even headlined Redskins win trademark fight over name as Justice Department gives up by Shireen Williams, published June 29th, 2017. In fact, we strongly disputed that conclusion, and indeed, a subsequent poll by the Washington Post, or as I call it, the Washington Compost, released in July 2016, indicated that 90% of American Indians agreed with us. That's crazy. 90%. But yet, they had to change the name. Let's keep going. This is interesting. You simply cannot erase history and target the Native American community by eradicating the name Redskins while being an organization that fosters other constitutional rights, including players who don't honor the American flag and kneel during our national anthem. Boom! Wow, that's a mic drop. Why keep going? Like, they said it all right there. But there's more. Let's keep reading. Actually, I got to scroll this up here because you're behind. Here we go. There, so you can read along. At this moment in history, we are formally requesting that the team revitalize its relationship with the American Indian community by 1. Changing the name back to the Redskins, which recognizes America's original inhabitants, and 2. Using the team's historic name and legacy to encourage Americans to learn about, not cancel, the history of America's tribes and our role in founding of this great nation. Page 3. As the NFL franchise representing the nation's capital, you have a distinct opportunity to recognize the history and value of the American Indian. Other professional teams like the Kansas City Chiefs, the Atlanta Braves, and Chicago Blackhawks have kept their Indian-based names, with the recognition that it carries an obligation of honor and respect. NAGA stands ready to work with you and your ownership group to bring back the historic name and rebuild the team's relationship with America's original inhabitants. We are also requesting a NAGA working group to meet with your organization to begin further dialogue on next steps. Also, we have launched a national advocacy campaign, Educate, Not Eradicate, on this subject to foster support from policymakers, organizations, public institutions, among many others, to stop the elimination of Native American history. Our online petition, change.org Reclaim the Redskins, which is pinned on our Twitter at Guardians Native, and our other social media pages, has secured over, at this time, 55,000 signatures. It's now up around 130,000, and I will post the link to it in the description below if you support the name change that they're requesting here. And we are just getting started. Should we need to encourage a national boycott similar to what happened to Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light, which is now down $27 billion, note, not one brick thrown, not one highway blocked, not one building burned. Oh, we will do just that. Wow, this is great. In 2023 America, this oppression and arbitrary and capricious recognition of U.S. history and constitutional rights is not acceptable. We are standing our ground. If you don't acknowledge history, we are doomed to repeat it. Amen. The coin has been tossed. We choose to honor and defend. I look forward to hearing from you. Sincerely, Eunice Davidson, founder and president, Native American Guardians Association. So, a Native American woman wrote one of the most based, grounded, well thought out letters I've seen in a long time. And it's funny because when Dan Snyder was forced to sell the Washington football team, Washington Commanders, whatever they're called this week, I said to Edson, I said, geez, I wish I had enough money to buy it. I wish I hit the Mega Millions. Because I would buy it, and day one I would change the name back to Redskins. And then this came out. So really, really interesting. Would love to know what you think. Actually, I'm going to go over to the change.org petition. Bear with me here for a second. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? You know what? Okay, so if you go to their website here, Native American Guardians Association, let me move this again. You can see over here on the left is the petition. Let me click it. Ba-boom. There it is. We're up to 126,308 signatures of a goal of 150. So, yeah, I'll put this in the description. Would love to know what you guys think. Leave a comment below. Please smash that like button if so inclined. And if you have not subscribed to the channel, please do. It really helps us grow the channel. That's it for me. Yeah, great letter, right? You guys have a great day, and I'll see you on the next video.
Thanks for watching GeekTime TV. If you like this video, please subscribe to the channel. If you subscribe, make sure to check the little bell icon anytime someone from our network drops new content here. Want some GeekTime swag? Check out the merchandise available in the GeekTime TV store, linked in the channel description below. Share GeekTime TV with friends, and as always, thank you for your support. We'll see you soon.